I so often hear people saying it sounds too good to be true. That's why I've got a section on my website on my foundations program page. It says this whole section around it sounds too good to be true and gives you lots of options of things to research and pointers of things to look at. And I thought actually one thing that I'm missing from there is a video. I don't have a video about this question, which is so common. It sounds too good to be true. So I'm going to talk about two core reasons as to why that doubt comes up and why that question even comes up, why that thought comes up. So one reason is our incredible work ethic. And I say incredible and roll my eyes because it's not incredible. So we'll talk more about that. The second is that we've been fleeced. Quite frankly, we've been fleeced numerous times and our trust is low. Now, in fact, all of that is actually traits of negative identities. So the real you is naturally trusting and makes choices to trust or not trust. There's no debate about it. There's no contention about it. We gather data, we make choices, we make decisions, and we trust or we don't trust. So whenever there's a not trusting element, whenever there's a doubt, whenever there's oh, I don't know about you, most likely it's a negative identity that's causing that. But anyway, that to one side, given that's what we're solving, let's stay with the fact there are these two things which lead to this. Oh, I don't know, sounds too good to be true. So the first one, this work ethic. So there's amazing Protestant, I believe, work ethic. Nothing against Protestants, but I believe that's where this work ethic came from, which kind of tells us this cultural story of you've got to work hard and you've got to suffer. And as long as you've worked really hard and persevered and suffered enough, then one day you will get to enjoy yourself. One day you will get to either, whether it's retire in this lifetime or whether it's that you get to go to heaven, I don't know. But either way, it's this like, yeah, keep suffering as long as you can suffer and suffer and suffer and have to work really hard and like don't enjoy yourself at all in your life. But then one day, when you suffered enough and some unknown entity comes and tells you, good job, you've suffered enough now, you get to enjoy yourself now. Oh, really? Is that really all that we get to do? No, quite frankly, no. It's a very old, steeped in history work ethic, which is so not helpful because it just keeps people. I've shared a video about the emotional scale. It keeps people looping in the really low levels of emotional scale, and it's a really low power place. We're at our lowest power when we feel like crap. We're at our lowest capacity, we're at our lowest ability to make positive choices for ourselves when we're in those low vibe energies and emotions. So this work ethic, this supposed work ethic of work hard and grr, suffer, and then one day you'll be happy, just keeps you in those low levels because it's always tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow I get to feel good. Maybe next year I get to feel good. Maybe when I've done X, Y, and Z, then I'll get to feel good. But you plant the seeds of tomorrow today. So if you plant seeds of suffering today, you're going to get more suffering tomorrow. If you plant seeds of I've got to work hard and then one day, maybe in the future, if I'm lucky and cross my fingers, I'll get to feel good. If you plant that today, you're going to get more of that tomorrow. When you start planting seeds of good feelings today, then you get more good feelings tomorrow. Your future is literally a creation from now. There's no future that feels good unless you feel good now. So this idea of having to suffer and work hard and then one day I'll be happy and I'll enjoy my life, BS, absolute BS. So the reason this seems like it's too good to be true is because you've just been indoctrinated into that story that tells you you've got to have a shit life until you can feel good. And it's just frankly not effing true. You get to have a good life now. And then having a good life now plants good seeds for the future, and it spreads good feelings to all the people around you in your immediate world and beyond. And my God, that's what the world needs now, as far as I can see. So, is this too good to be true? No, because it's grounded on the fact that you are actually designed to feel good and plant good seeds today to get more goodness tomorrow and into your future. That is literally what you're designed for. So it's not too good to be true. It's actually getting you back into alignment with what is 100% true and how you're meant to be. So the other side of this, we've been fleeced. So, quite frankly, we've all been, again, indoctrinated by marketing machines over the years and decades. We've had marketing messages, particularly, and I'm sorry to marketing people, you are lovely people. I know lots of marketing people. I know that your hearts are good. And also, the way marketing has been done, particularly in the past, I do think it's getting better now, but particularly in the past, there's been a lot of rubbish that's been shared in marketing messages, even from the simplicity. Like, I remember seeing Cadbury's Pots of Joy on the shelf in the supermarket. It's simple things like that. We have been told we're going to find joy at the bottom of a pot of chocolate mousse. Might you get one tiny microsecond of joy as you eat the chocolate mousse? Then yes. But it's not the lasting true joy you've been looking for, the true feeling of who you really are. And so we kind of feel like we've been fleeced. Now, to be fair, we have been making our own choices all the way along, but not necessarily from the truth of who we are. So we've been going, oh, amazing, joy in a chocolate mousse. I'm going to buy a chocolate mousse. And then we see another thing and it says, do this and you're going to get peace. Come on this retreat. Go on this spa day. Have peace and calm. Oh, yes, please. Some of that, some of that. Oh, but it didn't last. Buy this car and you're going to feel like you're $1 million. Oh, yeah, buy the car, buy the car. Oh, but it didn't last. That is literally the experience we've been having. And we come to feel untrusting. We come to feel like we've been fleeced so many times. Not again against the marketing people. They've been doing what they had to do from what made sense to them to do. But what it's left in our societal system is this low trust. I mean, people have talked recently, we're in 2025 right now. I've heard people talking a lot this year about this trust recession, and not surprising because what's happened is we've had a level of awakening through COVID. People have started waking up to the bullshit in the system. And so some of that has been to start to question the marketing message and to question the things we've been sold in the supposed pursuit of joy or peace or feeling like $1 million. And we felt let down and let down and let down. We felt disappointed and disappointed and disappointed. And mostly people have some kind of negative association with those experiences. Mostly people were told as kids that that was not okay to feel disappointed. Mostly they were told, or worse, not to let themselves feel let down. Come on, buck your ideas up. Get get your grit, get your determination. Back to that old work ethic again. Come on, get back on the horse. You can do it. Don't feel disappointed. No, come on. Gin up. Crack on. Keep calm and carry on. More BS. So, given that we have felt like we've been fleeced, we've felt like we've been disappointed and let down, and we've been told we're not even meant to be feeling those feelings, there's a whole bunch of negativity sat around that whole thing. So that when we come across something that seems too good to be true, we now don't trust, I don't believe you, because I don't want to be fleeced again. I don't want to fall into somebody else's trap again. I don't want to spend my money on something that's not going to deliver for me. I don't want to be let down. I don't want to feel disappointed again. So we just go, no, sounds too good to be true, and close the door. So, what I'm inviting you into today is to consider that all of that, all of what I've just described, are the traits and the manifestations of negative identities that are in your system, unknowingly created by you at some point in the past, manifesting today as these doubts and uncertainties and low trust, and having you actually say no to the thing which can help you feel better, that can get you back in charge of your life, making the choices that are right for you. Yes, considering whatever data, whatever pros and cons, whatever useful information helps you make decisions, but ultimately making the decisions that are right for you. As a client once said, somebody who was feeling very untrusting through the process, and then we dealt with that with the process, and he was like, oh, I can see now. I just trust or I don't trust. I gather the data and I choose to trust or I choose not to trust. That's my choice. And that's the truth of it. So, my invitation is for you to know that you're currently swimming in a bunch of negativity, which is having you even ask the question or raise that thought, what if it's too good to be true? to realize that you're in a bunch of negativity around work ethic and how you have to suffer until you can feel good. You're in a bunch of negativity around having been fleeced and let down. When you clear all of that, then you're back in charge of you, back in charge of making the choices that are right for you, choosing to trust where you want to choose to trust. That's the real you. That's the empowered you, the one who's living your life and dreams the way you want. That's all that we're here for. And certainly I can say for me that if when you come to work with me, you don't get the results you want, I give you a refund. Yes, I will first of all help you make sure that we've done what we can do, and I will give you the opportunity to deliver those results. I give my all to this work. And at the end of the day, if you don't feel that our work has delivered what you wanted it to deliver, I give you a refund. Because I'm somebody who wants to stand up with integrity. I'm not here to fleece people. I'm not here to tell BS stories. My goodness, done enough of that in life. So absolutely with integrity. If you don't get what you want, I give you your money back, no question. So when you're ready, to get out of all that old BS narrative and get back into the real you, choosing to trust, choosing to live your life, making the decisions that are right for you, I'm so here for you, ready to meet you. See you soon.